you know, in the book and in your talks, you've touched on relationships between mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws. What do you say to the mom who may not get along with her daughter-in-law, or who wants a better relationship with her daughter-in-law? Maybe that, you know, expectations of when their son married this woman were going to be that they were going to be just like these best friends and talking on the phone all the time and whatnot. And they've gotten 5, 10, 15 years into it, and they just don't have that storybook relationship with their daughter-in-law, or maybe it's just rocky. How do you encourage that mom to have a better relationship with their daughter-in-law?
Well, I think all those relationships are fragile, and they have the potential to be beautiful, whether it's your daughter or your daughter-in-law or your son or your son-in-law. And for me, I think a lot of the responsibility is on it's on the parent, on the mother-in-law, their mother, because it's our job to love and give and love our kids, and then it's our job to set them free. And for a lot of moms, there needs to be a process of grief when they let their kids go. And for many women, they have a difficulty letting their kids go, and that can impact their relationship with the in-laws. I mean, I'm just being frank here.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the problem. And what they crave is closeness, but what they have to understand is that it's going to look different. And it's not appropriate for you to be all inside your son and daughter-in-law's business. Like, it's just not. And I don't think it's our job to be our kid's best friend. You know, a lot of people say that, and some people get upset when I say that you shouldn't think about being your daughter's friend. But in truth, it's our job to be their mother. And there are a lot of, they can have a lot of friends, but they only have one mother. You know, I think of it as a sacred right to be able to speak, to be the older woman, to be the mother, and to speak into their lives in a way that's fitting and grown up, if that makes sense.
If it does become adversarial, or maybe someone's listening to this and says, "All right, Susie, you're right. You know, I maybe I need to be the bigger person here, but it's not been good for so long. How do I start over?"
Oh my gracious, I would go to therapy in a snap. I would say, if it was my child, I would say, I love you so much, and maybe too much, and I'm having trouble. Will you please go talk to a Christian counselor with me? Because the thing is, those relationships, like I said, are so beautiful and fragile that that's where I think the greatest contentment in family life comes in. It's just that big, beautiful, extended family that everyone wants. And listen, everybody's family is totally messed up. We all have our stuff, no matter how beautiful it looks. There's wackiness everywhere. But it's it's my job, I think, as a mother and a mother-in-law, to be as healthy as I can be. And so that means I have to keep working on me. And then where my relationship is not good, or it's in a bad place with someone in my family, we need to go see a Christian counselor together. And I've done that with people in my family before.
Wow.
And it's hard. You go to those meetings, you feel like throwing up when you're leaving. It's really hard. But it can pave the way for a new kind of relationship that's healthier.
And just a clarifying question. So you're suggesting mother go to family counselor with son and daughter-in-law? Like, is that what you would see as a healthy way to repair that relationship?
I think whatever it takes, and whatever everybody's willing to do. I mean, I think it would be really great if mom, dad, and daughter-in-law and son went,
Yeah.
That would be ideal. But whatever, if it's like mom and son, if it's just like, but I really believe, I think that for many, many women, they're just not grieving. Here's the deal. When you're a mother, you pray for your child to find that special someone. And then when they finally do, you can't believe it. You're so grateful. And then they get married and they go away and there's sadness. And for me, I had to grieve. I loved it when my kids were little and they were playing with blocks on the floor. And I had to grieve the whole thing, the whole beautiful mothering process, and released it and realized that now there's grandmothering, and it looks very different than mothering. It's not the same at all. It's, but so I just think for a lot of women, they just need to be a little introspective, not morbidly introspective, but and look at their lives and say, why am I holding on so tight, and what's wrong here? And then if they can't figure it out, go get some help.
Yeah.
And do whatever it takes.